This is case number 014 in the matter of sex change of Sam Gilman, the flounder. Present in the courtroom on the left are the defendant and his attorney from the birth control pharmaceutical company, and on the right are the plaintiff Sam Gilman and his families. You may be seated. Perhaps we can finally put this unfortunate incident to rest. According to what I have read, the pharmaceutics in the wastewater have caused Sam Gilman's sex change as well as sex change in other species. So Sam, where were you on September 5th, 2011? And please describe your situation to us.
In the afternoon of September 5th, 2011, I was swimming near the coast in Newfoundland and Labrador when I saw this bright, shiny, colorful thing that was floating with the current. That day I skipped breakfast. I thought it would be a delicious meal, but as I swam closer to it, I realized it was the horror of any fish. It was the birth control pill that was just released from the waste pipe. But before I could escape, it dissolved in water, and I was forced to drink it. After that, this is what happened.
I understand. What do you have to say, Pill?
How can you be so sure that it was the pill that caused your sex change?
I skipped breakfast that day, so it couldn't have been anything else. Besides, birth control pills have been known to change sex in the fish community.
Well, I was designed for human use only. It shouldn't be the company's responsibility if a fish was harmed by a pharmaceuticals as an effective human disposal.
Alright, we call upon the boy who dumped birth control pills into the sewage.
It was garbage! How would I know dumping such tiny pills down the toilet would cause such dramatic changes in other organisms? In fact, 2/3 of my peers also do the same when it comes to disposing of excess pharmaceuticals. No one knows where we're supposed to get rid of them.
Pills are designed to physiologically affect the body of any organism, not just humans. The effect impacts the entire food chain. Many of the other male flounders are undergoing the same problem. And now we see a school of female fish, with little to no male fish. What will happen to the next generation?
Yeah, we're having difficulties finding male flounders to eat. Yeah.
Shut up. During my research, I also found trace amounts of cancer and psychiatric drugs in the water supply. And experts say that the intake of this water can also impact the human embryonic cells, kidney cells, blood cells, breast cancer cells, and may potentially harm an unborn child.
What? How is that possible? Pills are supposed to save people, not harm them. Pharmaceuticals have negative effects on organisms that weren't supposed to drink them. And essentially, you are the murderer to all the crimes.
This boy brings the problem that we must address. Studies have shown that approximately 64% of the medication users in the local high school North Toronto CI don't know the proper way of medication disposal. 67% don't know that they're harming the environment by dumping harmful pharmaceuticals down the drain. We must bring awareness and show the deadly consequences of their actions.
Where are they supposed to dump medications? And who is responsible for cleaning them up?
Well, the excess pharmaceutical collection is different for every province.
Oh yeah, my cousin from Alberta Beach says their conditions are much better.
Well, that's because their provincial government spends money maintaining a province-wide pharmaceutical disposal program. And according to data, they have the highest annual volume of waste pharmaceuticals collected.
Quiet down, please. The defendant has something to say. Let him speak.
Well, like I said, it's different for every province. It's the city's responsibility to regulate the drinking water, the province's responsibility to clean the sewage water, and the federal's responsibility to regulate how much of the amount of pollutants are allowed in our water.
Why don't we upgrade all our wastewater facilities across the country to a level of safety?
Yeah, why not? Why not? That's right.
It would cost loads of money. Besides, even if we upgrade it, there will be other problems too.
Oh yeah? Like what?
The demand of energy and other consumable resources that will be needed to supply these advanced facilities. Since currently, there is a lack of evidence and widespread of environmental effects in Canada, it makes it premature to increase operating capital costs.
But by the time there is a widespread of environmental effect, lots will already be killed.
Let me continue. There is also an issue of the disposition and use of the final effluent and problems associated with handling of waste solids or liquids. Also, limitations imposed by the sewage collection system or available plant sites become a physical barrier for the construction of these facilities. But the most important thing is economic feasibility. Will human taxpayers more likely to support education or water waste systems? They're not as rich as you think. Just look at the 2008 financial crisis. Jeez.
Silence, everyone. Please be seated. I find the defendant guilty in the case matter of Mr. Sam Gilman. I'm sorry to say that, Mr. Gilman, you have a low chance of undoing your physical change. But as for your concern about the environment, it will be vocalized in the next government election meeting. Pill, representing the defendants of the pharmaceutical companies, I sentence you to sleeping containers with bigger warning signs of proper directions of disposal. It will also be suggested to increase your funding for better research of wastewater filtration systems. Because this case is quite different from others, the real offender lies within the medication users. Although pharmaceuticals are small and may seem too little to affect anything, when they are being disposed improperly, they pose a great threat on our environment. Of course, better water filtration systems will decrease the impact of pharmaceutical wastes, but it is always more advantageous in terms of cost, environment, and recycling of pharmaceuticals when they're properly disposed in the first place.